The Z Fold 5 is arguably the best foldable phone on the market, and it's my personal favorite foldable phone that I've ever used, and it's the best foldable phone that Samsung has ever made. But do all of these things make this phone perfect? Absolutely not. So in this video, we're gonna go over several tips and tricks to help make this phone just a little bit better. Quick side note, this video is not for advanced or long-term Fold users. This is more for beginners. But even if you've been using the Fold for a long time, you still might learn something from this video, so stay tuned. Number 1, while Samsung's foldable software is currently the best on the market, you might find that some third-party apps don't use the full size of the inside display. Luckily, you can easily fix this. All you have to do is go inside of the main settings and head down to Galaxy Labs and toggle on this setting right here. Now apps will take full advantage of that tablet-sized interior display. Number 2, one of the best reasons to own a foldable phone is the multitask by running multiple apps at once. Multi-window allows you to do that with up to 3 apps in several mini windows or pop-up view apps. This feature is not new, but Samsung has improved it on the Fold 5 with a feature that they call multi-active window. This allows you to drag and drop content from one app to another. All you need to do is press and hold on the content with one hand and use the other hand to switch apps and then drop that content within that app. Number 3, another not so new feature on the Z Fold 5 is the ability to mirror the cover screen. This is something I'm not a huge fan of, but many of you may like it. If you go into the home screen settings, you'll see the option for cover screen mirroring. Turning this on will take your setup from the cover screen and apply it to one side of the interior display. Additionally, every change you make to the cover screen will also be made to the inside display. Number 4, Flex Mode is a feature that Samsung debuted a while back. It allows you to take advantage of the in-between position when folding the phone. You can see this in apps like the camera, YouTube, calendar, and a few more. This is a more common way to use Flex Mode, and while it's cool, there's a more advanced way called Flex Mode Panel. To enable it, go into the settings and hit up the Lab section. Enable Flex Mode Panel and toggle on all the apps that you want to take advantage of it. Now, when you go into Flex Mode, you'll see a pop-up panel that has a built-in touchpad that works similar to a mouse. There's also quick toggles for adding an app for split screen, pulling down the notification shade, taking a screenshot, hiding the trackpad, and if you click on the 3 little dots, there's even more. You can adjust display brightness, volume, and pull up the settings. These toggles can also be dragged around and organized. To get out of the Flex Mode panel, all you have to do is tap this button right here in the corner. Number 5, just like Flex Mode, the taskbar was introduced a couple years back. Think of this like the app dock on a Mac or a taskbar on a Windows PC. You can use it to quickly bounce between apps and multitask, or you can hide it if you don't want to use it. Before using it, you might want to adjust some of these settings though. So to do this, head into the main settings page, tap on the search icon, and type in taskbar. Then tap on the setting for taskbar. From here, you can toggle it on and off, which I suggest leaving it on, and then toggle on the show and hide with touch and hold. This way, when you have the taskbar pulled up, you can touch and hold on it to hide it. To pull it up again, just touch and hold on the bottom edge of the display. What's new on the Fold 5 is now you can adjust the number of recent apps shown all the way up to 4. Previously, it was only 2. Number 6. In my opinion, the S Pen was made for the Fold 5, and the fact that Samsung doesn't include it in the box is just crazy. Luckily, you can buy an S Pen separately, or you can grab it with an S Pen case. Personally, I would go with the Samsung S Pen case, considering it's a better value because you're getting a pen and a case. It's not my favorite case though. I'll link a few options down in the description for now, but let me know if you want to see an S Pen case roundup video. Anyways, now that you have your S Pen, you can check out all of the built-in apps like Samsung Notes, ScreenWrite, PinUp, and even the built-in coloring book, which can be added in the Air Command menu. I also highly recommend checking out third-party apps such as Adobe's suite of apps. You can use the S Pen to fine-tune photos in Lightroom and Photoshop, or you can get your drawing on inside of Illustrator and sign documents with Adobe Fill and Sign. Other apps include Autodesk, OneNote, Rough Animator, and there's several more. Make sure to head into the main settings and do a search for S Pen and check out all of the additional settings that you can tweak to get started. Number 7, if you truly want to embrace the fold life, you're not going to do it with your typical smartphone style apps. You can use apps that really take advantage of that foldable form factor. Here are a few that I found to be great additions to that foldable experience. Shonen Jump is a great app for reading mangas and other comics. A great alternative for many people is Webtoon, which does the same thing but offers a different selection. Fuvu is an app that makes using Fold 5 easier with a single hand when unfolded. It places a small ball on the screen that can be highly customized. You can use this ball to launch any app with ease, perform system commands like screenshots, copy and paste, voice recorder, and customize a task. The level of customization Fuvu offers is absolutely unreal, and I could make an entire video on Fuvu alone. Many people will immediately think that the Fold 5 makes for a great Kindle replacement. And they would be correct. Downloading the Kindle app on your Fold 5 and using it as an e-reader is a vibe, to say the least. Also, Libby pairs beautifully with the Kindle app, allowing you to check out library books for free and read them right inside the Kindle app on your Fold 5. Quick life hack for you. If you have a book that's due back within Libby and you're still reading it so you're not ready to turn it back in, just turn your phone on airplane mode and make sure you're not connected to Wi-Fi. When you're finished reading, you can reconnect to the internet and then you can check in your book. Fold 5 makes for a great gaming experience, especially with emulators, thanks to its powerful performance. I recommend checking out DuckStation and EPXE for playing PlayStation games. For Nintendo 64 games, I've been using Mupen 64 Plus FZ, which has been pretty solid so far. There's a lot of other options on the market for emulators, so feel free to leave a comment down below with the ones that you use. Lastly, having this large display makes for an awesome editing experience when on the go. Apps like Photoshop and Lightroom that I mentioned earlier are fantastic since Samsung worked closely with Adobe to optimize them. LumaFusion is a fantastic option for video editing on Fold 5, but it will take some time to learn the controls. A great alternative is Adobe Rush. I suggest looking around and trying out tablet-style apps or visiting web apps that you can bookmark to your home screen to really embrace that large screen. Number 8. Surprisingly, despite the large high-res interior display and 120Hz refresh rate, Fold 5 has great battery life. But if you're looking to make it even better, there are a few things you can do. Head into the settings and go under Battery and Device Care. Tap on Battery and select More Battery Settings. From here, you can toggle on Adaptive Battery, which improves battery life based on your usage. It will take some time for the phone to learn your usage patterns, so don't be discouraged if you don't see any uptick in battery life or if you see a decrease in performance. Give it some time and eventually you'll see your battery life get better and better. From this same menu, you can adjust the performance profile depending on your needs, and you can toggle on Protect Battery, which will extend the life of your battery at the cost of less battery runtime. So not battery life, but life of battery. Two totally different things. Let's go back to the device care page and scroll all the way down and tap on Auto Optimization. Turning this on will ensure your phone runs at peak performance by automatically restarting during a time when you're not using it, which will be based on your usage patterns. You can also create a Bixby shortcut with an exact schedule, but for most people, this basic option will be just fine. Number 9. Despite the Fold 5 having the same cameras as the Fold 4, more or less, we do have some added software features and improved image processing thanks to the new ISP inside the Snapdragon 8 Gen 2. Now, I know this video is already long enough, so I'm not going to dive into camera tips and tricks, but I do want to cover one thing that I think most of you will find very useful. So, Cover Screen Preview is a feature that allows you to use the outside display to see yourself while taking a selfie or recording yourself using the rear cameras. Unfortunately, you can't access Cover Screen Preview inside of third-party apps like TikTok, IG, YouTube, Lightroom, etc. However, there is a hack that fixes this. All you need to do is open up the camera app while the Fold 5 is open, then tap on the Cover Screen Preview icon in the top right. Now flip the phone over and swipe to unlock the screen. Exit out of the camera and go into the app that you want to use Cover Screen Preview with. Once you pull up the camera inside of that app, you should be using the rear cameras. Number 10. The last tip that I have for you is to download Good Lock, which can be found inside the Galaxy Store app. If you're located in a region where Good Lock is not available, try going into the Play Store and downloading Find Lock. From what I hear, it works very similar to GoodLock. After you download GoodLock, head into the app, go under the Life Up category and download Multistar. This is the only GoodLock feature I'll be focusing on in this video, but there are a ton of other options. Once inside, tap on I Love Galaxy Foldable. The next setting I find to be the most important is a continuation of one of the tips I covered in the beginning of this video. Toggling on Continue All Apps on Front Screen will allow you to use an app on the interior display, and when closing the phone, it will open up that app on the cover screen. Let me clarify something. There's actually a choice already available in the main settings to enable all apps to do this. However, the GoodLock version also forces the apps that may not be compatible to do it as well. Also, you'll have to enable the GoodLock setting to get to the next setting I'll be covering in 1 second. I really like the continuity of Fold 5 when going back and forth between the two screens. I don't think there's any other foldable on the market that offers both. The downside to turning this on is you might accidentally close the phone and put it in your pocket, which will lead to accidental presses since the screen will be turned on when you close it. You can easily fix this by toggling on the setting that says turn off the front screen when folded. This will still allow you to continue working from where you left off on the inside display, but you'll have to unlock the phone first on the cover screen. Now that I'm officially all moved into my new house and my son Theo is finally sleeping through the night, I'll be able to get more videos out, so make sure to subscribe if you don't want to miss them. And outside of that, thanks for watching.